Welcome to the Birds and Bees Homestead. I'm Taylor and we just finished our first ever pantry challenge. I went a little over a month without going to the grocery store. If you missed my pre-pantry challenge pantry tour, I will make sure to leave a link to that video in my description box. Today I want to show you what my pantry and fridge and freezer look like after not going to the grocery store for over a month. As a reminder, here is a quick flashback to what this pantry looked like a month ago. So here's my post-pantry challenge pantry. You can see we were able to empty a lot of jars. Let's see what we've got left. This is what I've got left for tomatoes. I only have 3 cans of diced tomatoes left. I've got it on my list to grow way more tomatoes in my garden this year, and even these Costco tomatoes are not going to last us very long at all, so sometime we'll have to stock up on those, but we should be good for a little while. Here we did add to our pantry. I freeze-dried some chili, and I got 2 packets of chili here, and then I also did some freeze-dried chicken noodle soup. So that's 3 full dinners for Jeff and I that I still have on my pantry shelf, like a night that I don't want to cook, or if we're going, I probably won't eat those in the house. I think I'll probably take those if we are going camping or on a road trip. We've still got a jar of jam. I have lots of apple pie filling. This is salsa verde. We did open, I think, 1 jar of this during Pantry Challenge, and it is so good. I can't wait to grow more tomatillos and make this again next year. We were able to use up quite a few beans, and actually we did not eat any of this deer meat over Pantry Challenge. I tried to convince Jeff to have some quesadillas with it, but he wanted to go with chicken, so we'll have to find a way to eat that up over the next few months. We also did not eat through the potatoes and carrots. I don't think we opened any jars during Pantry Challenge, so we're still stocked up on a couple of side dishes. And I've got lots of salsa here. I don't think I had to open a jar of salsa at all in the last month. I've got lots of broth still. We did use through quite a bit, but oh, this isn't broth. This is soup. I think I used 1 out of my 4 jars of soup. And then actually, I don't think I showed you this yet. I did pick these up. These are dried pinto beans. I want to do a canning project with those because I'd like to grow something similar in my garden next summer. I picked up some seeds, and I'd like to learn how to make baked beans, like breakfast beans, and put them on my pantry shelf, but I'd like to practice with some store-bought beans before I go through all the effort of canning my homegrown beans, just to make sure we like the recipe. And then these are all empty canning jars. And then what we have here is, we still have lots of this refried beans. We did eat some of this up during Pantry Challenge and reminded ourselves how delicious it is. So I think I will make up some taquitos maybe for the Super Bowl and put those in it. I think that would be good. A little bit of black beans left. Red pepper jelly. I discovered that this is the best way to elevate a grilled cheese sandwich. It is so good, and we enjoyed some of this for a snack during Pantry Challenge. And I've got some more salsa verde back there and more red pepper jelly. I have some bananas. We did not have those pre-Pantry Challenge, so I have tons and tons of bananas for dog treats. And this is pumpkin, freeze-dried, I think, deer and duck meat. So the dogs, I don't think I'm ever gonna have to buy dog treats again at the rate I'm going with my freeze dryer. And then I used up a little bit of vanilla during Pantry Challenge. I did a lot of baking, but we are still very well stocked on this. So that's this pantry. Big changes, actually. We ended up using up all of our pasta except for spaghetti noodles, and I kind of forgot that we had these from Trader Joe's, so we'll have to make a pasta dish with that in the coming months. But we buy these boxes of mixed pasta at Costco, and for some reason we go through everything faster than we go through the spaghetti. Over here we're looking pretty much the same. I've still got some of all of my bulk pantry items. You can see I've got more spaghetti over here, except for oats. I did run out of oats, so I'm gonna have to stock up on that. And chocolate chips. This is all I have left for chocolate chips. But, oh, We still have this full cheese and cracker kit, which we are going skiing tomorrow actually, and I thought that would be the perfect like lunch snack, easy to bring and keep. This obviously doesn't need to be refrigerated, so I think that's going to be really simple for us to bring tomorrow. So I'm glad we still have that, and we won't have to buy lunch when we're at the ski hill. This corner cupboard probably looks a lot less chaotic, but I don't really think that that's because we made a big dent in what's in here other than flour. Obviously, you saw over the last month, I do a lot of baking, all of our own bread products. Obviously, we go through a lot of flour, so I'll have to restock that. Still pretty good on sugar. We found some condiments. There's ketchup, mustard, and relish back there, some oils. We did run out of vegetable oil, a big jug of vegetable oil. Found these croutons, and this is just some chicken food. So I can see a lot better in here now, but as soon as I get another bag of flour, visibility to this corner cupboard is going to go away. Let's see what's in here. I don't really think we made much progress on using up many of these spices. I think we probably just used up random snacks that we found in here, like crackers. I've been using through, this is all I have left of some protein powder that I got at Costco. But I do have this whey that I freeze dried myself, and I've been enjoying that in my smoothies. Oh, and I did find some Nutella that I was able to enjoy with that Dutch baby pancake that I made. Been using some honey. I'm really low on my homegrown honey, so I've been using this Costco honey for my baking projects. So not much has really changed here. And then over here, this also looks pretty close to the same, other than I've added maybe a couple more freeze-dry projects. I'm really excited to fill my shelf with these tall gold lid. These are actually recycled coffee containers from Jeff's grandmother. But we're working our way through our spices. We're figuring out what spices we do and don't prefer to have. I did use up some, what was one that I was trying to use up? Oh, curry masala. It's hiding right there. I used some of that up when we made tofu curry. It's just not something we cook with that often, so I don't want to be as stocked up on it as I am right now, but we're looking pretty good on our spices. I did try freeze-dried onion. I can't remember what we started with, but I've got jalapeno, green onion, celery, and leeks, and we're still pretty well stocked on those. I love having them on my shelf. This looks a lot different because we got a new fridge, which is much easier to organize with all these shelves, and the freezer is so much easier to organize. But we're looking kind of sparse in here. I had a weak moment at Sobeys and got a little bit of produce. There's tomato, cucumber, and lemons. This is some leftover chip dip that I made a while back during Pantry Challenge. I froze this little container worth of chip dip and pulled it out this week, so I've been enjoying that. This is the leftover liquid or juice or sauce that came from that braised chicken that made such a delicious pasta sauce. So I need to figure out what I want to do with this, if I want to make it into a pasta sauce and freeze it, or freeze it as is and then pull it out in the future to make something with. It's just so delicious and valuable that I don't want it to go to waste. We also picked up this yogurt that I want to tackle a freeze-dry project with. I have been using my SodaStream a lot more. I had this in the fridge already, but I've been using through it, and I even had some of these little bubbly flavor packets, flavor containers in the corner cupboard. So I started on this orange one, and we've been enjoying this grapefruit flavor. I've got my sourdough starter. This is all I have left for Greek yogurt, so I just saved this much in a container so that I can make another batch when I stock up on milk at Costco. This is all we have left for mayonnaise. I was a little worried we were gonna run out of mayo, but I have made it myself before with my farm fresh eggs, and it is so delicious. So I wasn't really worried about that. If we ran out, I could just make some. Bacon fat, I've been cooking with this all through Pantry Challenge, which is a big shift actually. I cooked with it before, but I think I definitely cooked with it more than I normally would because I was concerned about running out of butter, and I'm going to continue to prioritize using bacon grease over butter. Some red pepper jelly. This is the rest of that salsa verde that we enjoyed. And then here's just some chicken leftovers from the last couple dinners that we've had.
These made really delicious sandwiches. I think we'll probably pull all the chicken off the bones tonight and maybe make some sandwiches to take skiing tomorrow, or freeze this chicken so that we can enjoy it in the future. Some leftover garlic bread from our dinners. Now, I was sick all week and I sent Jeff to the pharmacy to pick me up some medicine and some lotion Kleenex. You can probably hear it in my voice that I've been sick. And he had a weak moment and picked up bacon at the pharmacy. But we enjoyed that. And I was able to restock my baking grease with it. Oh, and look at this. This is something I didn't have before. I grew these in my house. I started this project a week, 2 weeks ago, and I already have this huge mushroom harvest. So that is really, really exciting. Did not even have to go to the grocery store to get some mushrooms in my house. So that's what we're looking like in the fridge. Oh, this is all I had left for butter. So I did go pick some up so I could do some baking. I did not realize I was gonna run out of butter. I thought that I was very well stocked for 1 month of baking. I did just organize this freezer, so I should know what's in here. I made up a bunch of bagels. This is the cookies that I made in my last week of Pantry Challenge. These are just ginger snap or molasses cookies. And I also should have chocolate chip in here somewhere. Still have lots of chicken left. I still have pizza sauce left, which when I made these bagels, I made some small ones that I would like to try making bagel bites. And I think I'm gonna try to do that for the Super Bowl this weekend. Obviously, we couldn't make it through all of our bananas in the month. When we bought tomatoes at Sobeys, some of them didn't really look like they were gonna last that long, so I like to just throw those in the freezer, and if I'm making a tomato sauce, I'll just throw those in that sauce in the future. There's my cookies. Yeah, look at all these bagels. I think these are the small ones I wanna try to make bagel bites with. And I think I still never figured out what this was. Some kind of sauce that I did not label. But oh my gosh, it's so much easier to organize this pantry. These are some tortillas that I made during Pantry Challenge, more bananas. Stole this yogurt. Sorry, this is frozen yogurt, so just like ice cream. Stole that from my parents' house because they are south for the winter. I added this to my freezer. These are all diced onions, and I love having these so that I don't have to peel and dice onions every time I'm cooking. We still have this side dish of Brussels sprouts that we can enjoy as a quick and easy side. I have chili leftovers for a quick and easy lunch someday. And 1 week I ran out of butter and was planning on making chocolate chip cookies to put in my freezer. And I was craving them so bad. I'm surprised I didn't go to the store to get butter. But what I did instead was just eat a few of these peanut butter cups. And that quenched that craving, and I've been enjoying those actually ever since. I probably have 2 every night as like a bedtime snack. These are so good. I really wish we had a Trader Joe's closer to us, but next time I go, I'm gonna stock up on these. Okay, we put a real big dent in this freezer here. These are still just my sister's gluten-free buns, but down here, I'm pretty sure is just deer meat that needs to be processed into either sausage or jerky. Yeah, you can see they're labeled. This one is to be ground. This is to be ground with pork so we can make our own sausage. I did a huge batch of deer jerky right before Pantry Challenge, so I did not feel the need to do another batch, but there is tons of deer meat here. We should be able to still make lots and lots of more jerky. We got through all of the mystery meat that's over here, and there was a whole chicken that Jeff had purchased from his coworker. So all of the poultry, chicken, pheasant, partridge, we ate through all of that and quite enjoyed it. We made some pretty elaborate meals with all those things. They were so good. I still have some sourdough discard to make bagels. You saw that I just made a double batch, and I still have enough to do another one. The only meat I wasn't able to eat through is, this is fish that we would have caught last year during ice fishing season. And I keep saying that I want to make fish tacos, and then I think we only had tacos once during Pantry Challenge, so next time we have a taco night, I'm gonna pull those out and I'm gonna enjoy some fish tacos. Over here, I feel like we did make a pretty big dent. I think I only had cream cheese over here, and these are my sister's. I used up one of the 3 tofu. It is not our favorite, so I'm gonna ask if my sister wants this, and if not, I am probably going to just find somebody that I know is going to enjoy it. We would eat it, but we did not buy this, so I don't feel bad giving it away, because it's not like I wasted any money. More bananas. We still have some ribs, so that will feed us for a couple of meals. These are pucks of garlic butter. We used through quite a few of these because it was so easy to make garlic bread as a side dish throughout this challenge, especially because I had so much fresh bread. I think I might have used only 1 pack of this deer meat, but we really enjoyed it in that chili with that spicy chicken sausage. Oh, I don't think I realized that I still had a whole pack of, this must just be Costco Italian sausage. I do believe that we ate through 1 pack of this deer sausage, but we really are still well stocked on meat. I don't think I'm gonna have to buy a whole lot of meat when we go shopping after Pantry Challenge. And down here is just frozen fruit that I've been working away at freeze drying. I do enjoy frozen fruit for smoothies, but one exception I gave myself for Pantry Challenge is if I wanted to buy anything for my freeze dryer, just because I just bought it. So I've been buying frozen fruit for my freeze dryer, but I have not been enjoying those for my smoothies. So I'm excited to have some non-banana smoothies again. In here, we still have a box of wine. I did do another wine kit that I think I showed this bottle in another video. I had ordered and paid for this second wine kit pre-Pantry Challenge, so I called it girl math in my last video, but I'd call this Pantry Challenge math, that this is basically free. I didn't pay for this during Pantry Challenge. So that is a Moscato Rosé, and the other one is just a white wine, a kind of dry white wine. And then this is my most recent batch of kombucha. We still have lots of margarine, but we're totally out of bubbly. I don't know if we had any other drinks in here, but we're looking pretty sparse. There's really not groceries in here. And I still have lots of onions. Still have some twisted tea. Oh, and we ran out of butter. I am surprised. I really thought that we were well stocked on butter. Clearly I do a lot of baking. Some progress was made over here. Let me see. Let me show you. These are still just my sister's gluten-free groceries. We're empty here. I got through so many freeze-dry projects. Did I get through all the broth? I got through all the pumpkin. We added a lot of banana, but I tackled all the banana projects. I got through most of the broth. All that's left is, I think I froze some broth in little containers like this and popped them out so that they're quick and easy to throw in the freeze dryer. And I think I've got some leftover pasta sauce in here. So I've got some liquid items that need to go through the freeze dryer. I think maybe this is broth. I think it is. So I've got some broth that needs to go through the freeze dryer, but that'll clear out these 2 shelves. Other than I still have a lasagna. I made these English muffins during Pantry Challenge and they are so good. I still have a shepherd's pie and a banana bread. So I still have some convenience meals for nights that I don't feel like cooking and we don't need to order takeout. I've got a full meal here. I still have some soups on my shelf. I still have a soup here. I did enjoy my Trader Joe's curry, but Jeff still has one here, so that'll be a quick and easy dinner or lunch for him someday. I've got lots of breakfast wraps left. More scraps to make broth, but we do not need to make that anytime soon. Made a big dent on my deer jerky. I have a coworker that has been very much enjoying that. We did not touch any of this hummus, spinach dip, red pepper dip. Maybe I should pull one of these out for Super Bowl tomorrow. I still have 2 green goddess dressings. Maybe I'll have to stock up on some salad greens and we can actually enjoy this over a salad instead of just over chicken and rice, which is how I usually enjoy that. And then what else is in here? A few bagels. I've got lots of bagels in my other fridge freezer. Some waffles. These are cake pops that I made. I really screwed up a cake that was for Jeff to take into work, I think. And I didn't want to send it with him to serve to his coworkers. So I made another cake, but the one that I super messed up, I turned into cake pops. I didn't have anything to ice it with. So I just stuck them in here to pull out for a dessert sometime in the future. This was pre-Pantry Challenge, but I think I missed it in my pantry tour. Still have some frozen carrots, rolls. We have been enjoying some of these poppers, jalapeno poppers, and I think we'll enjoy those again this weekend for the Super Bowl. This I don't think I had in my freezer pre-Pantry Challenge. This is new. I made some pizzas over Pantry Challenge, and last time I made some, I did a double batch so that I could have these as a quick and easy meal sometime. I don't have to pull out my mixer and flour and make pizza dough. I'll just have to defrost this and fix up all the toppings and some more poppers. So we really did use up a lot of frozen vegetables during this challenge, which we're gonna have to restock up on. We had a couple of bags of broccoli, and those are totally gone. So we'll need some more frozen vegetables, probably some fresh vegetables as well. But overall, I am not empty. Like, I've got some side dishes, I've got some full meals that we can enjoy. So I'm feeling pretty good about where I am at. A couple more things that I wanted to show you that I missed in my quick pantry tour. I cooked up all of the garden potatoes, and this is what was left over, and I just stuck in this freezer Ziploc bag because this will be a really quick and easy side dish. They're mostly cooked already, so we could fry them in a pan and enjoy as a breakfast skillet, or as roasted potatoes on the side with our dinner. And I found these during Pantry Challenge when I was transferring items from my old fridge to my new fridge, and this is a whole bunch of meatballs, so this will also give us a couple of meals. Very quick and easy. Throw them in a sauce with spaghetti or with some sauce over rice. We have been well stocked on eggies from the girls. They have slowed down, but not enough for us to not have enough eggs. So we've got plenty of eggs. And I wanted to show you, I had a huge box of Halloween candy chips that my parents had left over from Halloween. They are gone for the winter time, so they were just looking to get rid of them. We ate through all of those chips except for these 2 bags of barbecue chips. We like salty snacks in this house, and most of them were plain chips or plain Ruffles chips. And I'm more of a chip and dip girly than I am a flavored chip girly, so that's why we just have the barbecue left. But I'm excited to restock on chips and dip. Overall, we did make some pretty good dents in my pantry and in my freezer, but I'm still pretty impressed and surprised with how much I'm still stocked up on. In some cases, I think we're even better stocked than we were pre-Pantry Challenge with all of the homemade bread products that we were able to tackle during Pantry Challenge, including bagels, English muffins, and tortillas, and I even put up a whole bunch of freeze-dried goodies. If you've been following along on this entire Pantry Challenge journey, I want to thank you for your support. It's been really fun and certainly challenging. If you're new here, I encourage you to check out my Pantry Challenge playlist so you can see what we've been up to over the last month and a half with no grocery shopping. I do need to restock my pantry and freezers though, so make sure you stay tuned for a Costco grocery shopping haul. And I also want to have like a sit down video where I talk about how I feel like Pantry Challenge went. This was my first time, so how do I feel? What were my biggest challenges? What were my biggest learnings and takeaways from this experience? And do I think I'm going to do it again next year? Please consider subscribing if you aren't already to see what else we get up to, and I'll see you next time.